All right. What is up, everyone? Welcome back. It is Monday night, and that means it is time for another stay at home open mic. Here we are on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in, guys. My name is Richie. I am the project director of the Barbed Wire Open Mic Series. We are based out of El Paso, Texas, but because this is online, we're going to be connecting with people from all over the country and sometimes even the world. So it's a fun show, and as you know, if you're tuning in for the first time, you're going to get to hear a little bit of different styles, different types of performers, different topics, and different themes. Check it. Let us know in the comments. Who did you really love? Who did you learn anything? Like what lines struck you in a particular way? Did they make you feel something? Did you cry? It's okay. I cry all the time on these. Like it's good to feel those emotions rushing on through. So let us know. And as always, as audience, just thank you for tuning in. Everyone is we're going to encourage them to share their social media handles or their projects so you can support them if you can. If not, something that is free is, just you can share that and pass that along because now you have new eyes, new ears, new audiences for all these people. So that's one of the things we're doing. This is a platform. Like I said, we are based out of El Paso, Texas. This past weekend, we had a few peeps from these online shows meet up. We had to meet up in person, and that was a real treat because, even though we've been meeting in these little boxes for over a year, we felt like it's people that we feel like we've just known, and we get along. And we'll probably be talking about that all night. So, with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce. We do have a host, another host. Poet Khan is going to be our host tonight, and I'm going to just kind of help out with kind of behind the scenes stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce her and let her run today's show. Let's go and make some noise and welcome Khan to the stage. Let's get it underway. All right, take it away, Khan.
Hey, hey, darling. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining
Hello.
BWOMS Stay at Home Open Mic um, with your host, Poet Khan. So glad to have all you here with us tonight. Richie, thank you for being on the tech and, just having this available for us. And we wouldn't have we got to have an audience. We got to have participants. So each and every one of you, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Um, so I'm going to start the night off with a piece, and then we'll jump into our list. I'm going to try to keep us on a 5-minute limit tonight. We don't usually honor that. I'm probably going to, because I get so into you, I forget to keep up with the timer and all that. So just be mindful of that, please. And outside of that, so I want to give a shout out to Miss Donna Snyder. I am just she's one of El Paso's, poet veterans. She's got so many hats, and she's the organizer of Tumble Words. Of course, y'all know that, but well, some of you may not. So one time for Donna Snyder, she did an amazing sensual feature tonight. Yes, damn it. And we are so very proud of her. So so much so, I have the privilege of being published with a few of you guys in here in this beautiful book, Life in the Time. This is absolutely amazing, this book. I said Mr. Michael Sendler's in here, Kit, Lee. So many of you guys are in here. And I'd like to start off with reading her poem. And Lacan is also in there. Did I say that right? LKN, I'm sorry if that's not who you mean by that. But I know you are in here, Lee. And it's just a bunch of amazing poets that I'm so grateful to be on a roster with. Anyway, so I'm really honored to read some of her beautiful words here. This is my first time reading this, so everybody bear with me, okay? I'm gonna try to do my best, because she's deep, Let me try to mute okay. This is called A Red-Headed Pigeon Flew Into My Home. I held a dying pigeon in my hand and cried, singing to it as it ceased to flail, its tiny guts dangling loose and gory, but I couldn't save it. A few days later, another flew into my house. It passed through all the rooms as if seeking, maybe hoping to find the one I took inside to die. Both of them red-headed, uncommon hereabouts. I followed it as it flew from room to room. It hid behind the doors, beneath the desk, inside a broken stovepipe, below the metal shelves, flapping up about my head. It scared us both. I mindlessly sang to it, who knows what words. Finally trapped it between wardrobe and bed, held it quiet in my hands, sang broken prayers. From outside, I could hear metal on metal, perhaps a neighbor building fortifications, rebar and tin to discourage riffraff, maybe, or someone trying to make an air cooler cool air. Words tumbled through synapses, clutched my throat and choked me before I could articulate a message of cheer and hope. Dozens of pigeons often line the rotting eaves. They watch for me, hoping that I will fling some seed, singing to them the only song I still recall, or merely a mindless murmur. Pretty birds, pretty birds, pretty, pretty birds. The world, so weary of my sorrow and grief, plainly yearns for my silence, if not my solace, solace. That's that piece. I didn't mess up that ending. Plainly yearns for my silence, if not my solace. How do you say it, Richie? Solace? Solace?
Soulless. Yeah.
Solis.
Solace. Okay. Silence, if not my solace. Yeah, man. That was awesome. So glad I could keep up with that, man. That's a beautiful pen right there. Heck yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed that. That's the beautiful Donna Snyder that wrote that. And that's from Life in the Times, Border Census, anthology. And my lighting's just not all that great. But anyway, all right. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. It is gonna be a good show tonight. And we're going to, you said you were gonna look at reading the bios also. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not gonna stretch it like that. Okay. No, okay, we're gonna start the night off with the General. General, you here, love?
Hello,
Hi there.
how are you doing, Miss Khan?
I'm well. How are you? How are you?
You had a wonderful weekend with a bunch of people from out of town, I understand.
We had a great time with a bunch of great poets, and we will make, we're starting our rounds, getting around to each other. So heck yeah. But I'm grateful we're still doing our online presence, so I can still hear your beautiful poetry. You take the mic when you're ready, love.
Well, the first piece I'm going to do was the piece I wrote on Saturday in Humble Words, which was a really good Humble Words. I can't remember who the host was. Who was the host for? Oh, it was Stacy Dyson from California, who is an amazing poet who's been around for years, and she's just you'll hear when you hear her read her poetry, you just have to listen. She's amazing. Okay, why some people always smell like chicken wings. There is a reason I no longer eat chicken wings I am a superiorly messy eater. Chicken wings are for people who don't require a bib to eat sloppy, saucy food. The same reason I avoid eating chicken wings is the same reason I regret every conversation I have with you. You are not those Japanese chicken wings that magically have no greasy residue. You are not the chicken wings my mom used to bake in the oven with a cornflake crust. You are previously frozen, skin-on, battered wings cooked in a commercial fryer that have to be drip-drained of excess oil before being wrapped in paper towels, before being doused in sticky sauce made with high fructose corn syrup and at least one artificial color that comes in a half-gallon plastic squeeze-top jug. Like chicken wings, a conversation with you makes me feel like I need to call in a hazmat team to give me a shower like they make people who get exposed to nuclear waste take. You should watch the Oscar-winning film Silkwood with Meryl Streep and Cher to understand how people feel when exposed to your unique brand of one-upmanship that forms an oil slick rife with gaslighting, fake smiles, and know-it-allism. By the way, you're welcome. I'll change the tone a little right now. To this new piece, which was a really horrible thing that happened the other day. What do you do when you find a cherry stem in your cranberry sauce? Is the title. The cranberries in the lemon cranberry scone tasted like maraschino cherries. I think that diner was trying to pass off maraschino cherries soaked in lemon juice as cranberries, but they couldn't fool my discerning palate. And one more poem, which is titled, If I Become a Buddhist Monk in Nepal. I readily admit, I doubt I could cut it as a Buddhist monk. But to chuck everything and move to Thailand or Nepal, I think Nepal is choice number one. I certainly couldn't survive a period of silence. Maybe I could get a doctor's note from my shrink or find a reformed Jewish Buddhist order. To live the life of a Buddhist monk sounds like a wonderful idea, but I don't think monasteries in Nepal allow 1 or 2 week trials for people who think it's a wonderful idea. I probably won't be allowed to have my iPhone and my iTunes account with all the music I've accumulated from decades of CD purchases. I wonder if Buddhist monks in Nepal are allowed to paint as a hobby, but where would I get paint and what would I paint on? The thought of doing Tai Chi or something similar daily and gardening on a mountain step sounds like a stressless fantasy. But there would be no cheesecake or mac and cheese or clam chowder or pastrami Reubens or apple fritters. The ingredients for meals would be severely limited. And I might get healthier in a manner that my cardiologist wouldn't believe was true. I might learn I don't need so much stuff. All the stuff that overstuffs my life, like a cheap, giant, overstuffed animal, one playing whack-a-mole or shooting targets from a rifle with a bent sight at a county fair. Those stuffed animals, way too large for most kids and adults' bedrooms. The unpremium stuffing is never soft enough for any sort of hugging. Buddhist monks in Nepal don't play whack-a-mole or eat pastrami Reubens or become monks to de-stress. For them, becoming a monk isn't an idea or fantasy. Nepalese Buddhist monks don't need an extensive iTunes library or find themselves meditating to Stevie Wonder or Bossa Nova. Plus, they can't take a road trip to Trader Joe's on a whim. Thank you.
General Homicio Sona.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for those new pieces. Woo-hoo. Yeah, good pieces. Thank you so much for sharing with us tonight, General. Appreciate you. Yeah. All right. Next we have, we want to welcome back to the stage. You know, when you leave, you're missed. And you know, I know that's cliche. Like every host is gonna say that. No. You really are missed. You know, your voice is significant. So so glad to have you back with us in our place, Miss Deadpan Love. How are you this evening?
Good to see you. I've missed you all too. I'm happy to
Yes.
be back, sharing art with you all. Looked like you had a very fun time in El Paso. I was invited, but I had to stay in New York City. But you guys got to get here.
We're coming. We'll figure that out. Yep, it's on the list.
Good, good.
Amen.
Good.
Right? Thank you, love.
All right. So I'll read a couple short poems tonight. First one is called Take Me to a World. I love a tasty treat. My favorite, a delicious cake-based, plant-based donut with hints of cinnamon embedded in every nook and cranny in the batter. Nutmeg hitting your taste buds when you least expect it, as the powdered sugar coats your lips like gloss, transformed into another realm, the land of sweets and decadence, a comforting and soft ballet, smooth like butter, plant-based butter, of course. There were a couple like prompts, I guess, on Instagram this week, like these 25 and 27 words. I think we're all tagged in them variously. So I'll read the two that I wrote for the prompts. First one is called Dance Forth. What to do with 25 words? Create, work on ourselves, let the negative football go by, not into the end zone, focus on beats. And the final one I'll leave you with is called Autumn Love. The letters of my affection, every consonant and vowel flowing easily like my love for you, the beats of my heart in you, ma chérie amour. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
Always good. Loving your work. Thank you.
Thank you, DG. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was nice. This riff, I like that last one. Even had a Stevie Wonder reference.
Oh, I love me some Stevie Wonder. I am the Jubu who will plink to Stevie Wonder. Towards Generalissimo.
I am so glad to hear that. Yes, awesome. I just love us so much. Heck yeah. Thank you so much for that, Deadpan. So good to have you back.
Thank you.
And yeah, baby, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Heck yeah. Okay. Next we have to the stage, Miss Vale. I'm so sorry. Next we have to the stage, Vale, Larkin, and some poetry with us. Hi there, Vale. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm a little bit recovered from my surgery, so I can actually read today.
Oh, it's so good to hear that. So good to hear that. And thank you for letting us be a part of your healing. And I love your hair. Your hair is awesome. That green hair. I'm all for green hair one time for Lee, who was glowing on Friday night. I just want to say that. And just, okay, go ahead. Take the mic when you're ready, love.
Okay. I'm going to try to warm up for a couple of features I have coming up because I haven't read in so long. So I'm planning on using my time. But Richie said it was okay. Time and the neutron star. Little old lady. Mean old man. Ugly old hag. Codger. Old coot. Old loony. Old person, old everybody someday, if you're very lucky. Fuck, I am in love with old. I adore her tissue silk skin and the way his eyes know stories from worlds so gone no one will ever get to visit them when they've left us. Old is a wise, warm, and soft haven for all the young and uncertain. They are ancient knowledge passed from hand to hand, down their gnarled fingers to our ever-aging own. He is the hope of youth, the promise of tomorrow. And she is power like deep-rooted trees. I love her shaky, careful writing, like my writing, with which they say only the most important of things. Because souls closing know life is starlight. And you want to shine and shine if you can before you collapse.
Love the ending. Love the ending, Vale. Wow.
This is a short one. I'm going to do two kind of Halloween pieces to practice for these features. This isn't actually a Halloween piece, but dissociative identity disorder is frequently used in horror movies. So I thought it would be appropriate to do a DID poem here because I have it. Multiple. You have never met the heart of me. It would mean years of introducing. There are voices I have never once heard inside me, as much myself as these. You would see the seams if I showed you. You would feel the cracks and hear the grinding as all those pieces find their ways to be in this world, in this broken world, where all others pretend to be whole. And one more. This is a longer one. It's just it's a sequence. And it's called Hypnos Unhinged. 1. Skin and eyes. The thin tissue on the inside of my mouth, dry, scorched, and raw. I have not released the tension in my legs since I lay down. 2. I am sinking into your embrace and the room is cold. I pull blankets and a thin sheet, the light from the laundry. My eyes close and you're kissing me. And it runs through my blood, my bones, my broken heart. And opening momentarily, my eyes find the ceiling. And God is bright in my arms. You are rebuilding me, breathing me back to life, back to being that I never could be without you. And flash of the clock. Later, 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 later. I am sinking and sinking. 3. I become aware on the road. The dust has not settled. I am walking and walking, and I cannot remember why I am walking, but I must keep walking. I am faltering, weak and unwieldy, my muscles unfurling, my mind muddy, my memory wandering, walking, and I become aware on the road that I can no longer walk. I remember that I was not able to walk to begin with. 4. In the night, the stillness. Darkness enshrouds us, cradling our monumental despair. The world is ending. The world is always ending. We move on, searching for undoing. 5. I wake up. I lie still, breathing. I will move in a moment. It takes hold of my legs, invisibly inextricable. It is pulling, pulling, pulling me faster and farther down the bed. I wake up. I lie still, breathing. I will move in a moment. I feel its grasp, again, pulling me, pulling and pulling me. I wake up. I lie still, breathing. I will move in a moment. 6. I wake up.
Wow.
Nice. Very powerful. Great sequence. Thank you.
Yes, y'all, please unmute your mic, show some love. That was a beautiful set. Whoever gets to hear that set is going to be in for a treat. That was gorgeous. Heck yeah, that was great. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm just
Appreciate
happy
it.
that I got to hear her voice because I know she's been going through a lot. So I'm just happy to hear her voice.
Mm. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Well, you I love, appreciate you. I'm not sure what's going on, but thank you that you took the time to process with some poetry. That's how we fight our way through whatever it is. So you're brave, and I appreciate you for that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, let's see if I can get the thing to act right. Here we go. And next to the stage, we have Mr. Sidler.
Hello.
Have mercy. Yeah.
This is going to get probably a little bit tricky because we're going to do several things as far as screen sharing and the like. For
You're muted.
Oh, you muted yourself, Mr. Sidler.
okay, yeah, stuff going on. This poet celebrating the Day of the Dead thing on the 1st is going to be really interesting. A lot of really good people in that. So check that out. And then I'm doing like a blot from the blue on the 7th out of Scotland. And as always, lighthousewriters.org. And I was saying this is going to be a little tricky. I guess Richie's probably already got me set up here. Oh, hold on. I don't seem to have. I'm going to do one poem myself and try and screen share this thing over it. And then I will be doing another thing where the fabulous Lee is actually going to read one of my poems because they are great and I'm lucky enough to have them do that. But this one is a quickie. It's called Old Doc Schnabel. And this piece you're looking at is Dr. Schnabel done wrong, done by Paulus I of Nuremberg back in 1656. Old Doc Schnabel has a beak like a bird, walks about the village unperturbed, though death and desolation abound, top hat cocked like he's going to town. With his nostrums and leeches and potions, he's got very up-to-date medical notions about how and why the plague spreads, which he shares with folks on their deathbeds. If you see old Doc S at your door, odds are you won't see anyone anymore. He's trying the best that he can, but the Black Death is more crafty than man. And now, I don't know if Richie's got this. We were talking about doing a double screeny thing here so we can introduce the wonderful Lee. Is that possible? Yeah, there they are. Okay. As I said, this is a piece based on a really neat piece of art that was in a great show of here at the Museo de Americas here in Denver. Can everybody see that now? Okay, and with that said, I'm going to let the wonderful Lee take it away.
This is called Escuelita Pachuca. I'm Escuelita Pachuca, parading on the boulevard. Clack, click, clack, chica flaca, also skinny, no skin at all. Bones alone remain, and yet my form, my fragile imagen, is feminine beneath my saffron, petal pattern, olive green hued cotton frock. You think you can school me? I can teach you a trick or two. The sweep and swell of my ilium and ischium fan out the roundness of my breast, survive as enshrouded memories. In reality, my bra is stuffed with straw, but what of it? What was mine remains. See, the espejismo of the mound still contained the power to arouse. No need for texts or tests, my thought figure outs what comes next. Sin musculatura, just skeletal, allure poised to flirt, one hand out on outthirst hip, the other poised with faint timidez, covers the hollow where the dove-winged furrowed hillock at pelvic base once puffed beneath a carpet of wild black vines. Hope still whistles through hollows, a lesson in longing. Oh, how this tarsal and metatarsal bits neatly fit into spiky heels of blood flow red, cuero shiny skin over ivory toes that shatter as they dance and strut. The cheeks of my skull smudged with rose set off from the turquoise tone of my face and frame a lone flor, la rosa, a florid affectación, poking from a hole where once an ear protruded. This moreno wig bonito adorns my cranium like a dirty wave rising, swelling, and breaking across an abandoned beach. A canary jello sash bisects my body at the waist, neatly tied with a simple bow that sacks into a shallow V, with fluttering tails trailing under my downturned hand hinting at the sacred carnal cave that once resided at the sacrum. Even without flesh, I am more than a simple schoolgirl. I am fully woman, peligrosa, con espíritu fértil abrumador. My steps concuss and echo the beautiful beat of la recámara y el barrio. La estudiante, la profesora, amante delicioso. I am Escuelita Pachuca.
Woo! Wow, I feel so lucky to have been able to get you to do that. That's so thankfully.
So much for
Really
jumping
thankful,
in.
Richie, that you managed to get this onto YouTube for me, so I can go back and listen again to what a great job she did. So I'm going to put on the hat, and then you won't see the hat because I'm going to bring up something a little different for. It's not. It's not happening. Okay, here we go. For our hat poem, we're going to do the great Edward Gorey. This is the Ghastly Crumb Tinies. A is for Amy, who fell down the stairs. B is for Basil, assaulted by bears. C is for Clara, who wasted away. D is for Desmond, thrown out of a sleigh. E is for Ernest, who choked on a peach. F is for Fanny, sucked dry by a leech. G is for George, smothered under a rug. H is for Hector, done in by a thug. I is for Ida, who drowned in a lake. J is for James, who took lie by mistake. K is for Kate, who was struck with an axe. L is for Leo, who swallowed some tacks. M is for Maud, who was swept out to sea. N is for Neville, who died of ennui. O is for Olive, run through with an awl. P is for Prue, trampled flat in a brawl. Q is for Quentin, who sank in a mire. R is for Rhoda, consumed by a fire. S is for Susan, who perished of fits. T is for Titus, who flew into bits. U is for Una, who slipped down a drain. V is for Victor, squashed under a train. W is for Winnie, embedded in ice. Z is for Xerxes, devoured by mice. Y is for Yorick, whose head was knocked in. Z is for Zila, who drank too much gin. The end? Okay, thank you very much.
That before that was
That was great.
Awesome.
That was
awesome.
officially a Halloween poem, you know? Heck yeah. Awesome.
And
Thank
you
you for
know,
that,
a good
Karen.
one for kids everywhere, you know. They
Right.
can't learn too
An
soon.
alphabet.
On
How
memory.
cool is that?
Yes,
That
of
was
course,
so-
yeah, Buck William no doubt approves of that.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. I've never heard of that poet. That's what I really enjoy the covers because I get introduced to poets I've never heard of that you guys admire. And that's a good place to start, you know, with other poets, you know. So heck yeah, one time for the hat poet, okay, cover poet hat. That's our thing. That's what we do here. Appreciate that. Heck yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Next, we're going to move on to Mr. DG Clearing. So great to have you with us tonight.
well, it is so good to be here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the forum and all the work everybody puts into this. So I have one poem for you tonight. so they can hide. It won't be long now when the creatures of the night and the innocent of the days dress in costumes so they can hide who and what they really are. The full moon will light the sky as jack-o'-lanterns lure the spirits to the porches. The mouse is the cat. A fox dresses like the coyote. The frog is a badger. Little girls made up as witches with green-colored skin and tails, tall ponytailed hats, casting spells on those they don't like, screeching like birds of prey with talons that will rip your flesh away. A bear will become the salmon as the deer changes into the cougar. Young boys dress as man-bats, the vampires of the world, slitting throats, drinking blood, and pillaging young girls for their innocence. A rat changes into a bunny, the bunny into a wolverine. Husbands dress as superheroes, leaving their wives and children at home, courting mothers dressed as whores, standing under the street lamps on the corners. A turtle is the raccoon. The eagle becomes the chipmunk. The damaged priest hides, dressing like a saint, stealing the virginal virtues of young boys. Bankers dressed like hoodlums, stealing your money, repossessing your home, and throwing you out onto the street. The beaver wears the lynx fur. A vulture turns into a sparrow. Boys wear sheets and become ghosts, hiding and peeping on babes in the windows of the woods, stealing the purity of their being. You never know who is wearing the wolves in sheep's clothing. Thank you. Excuse me.
Awesome. Nice, man.
That was so smooth. That was a spooky boy. Wow.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to challenge myself to dabble in to make a poem with a. Yes, I'm inspired, is what I'm saying. That was gorgeous. Spooky gorgeous. Thank you for sharing that with us. Appreciate it. If you forgive me, guys, at the end of your set, forgive me if I don't ask. If you would like to plug anything, please just do so. Put it in the comments. I'll try to remember to ask. Bear with me. But and Mr. Clearing, I'd like to give you space. If you'd like to plug something, you can as well. If you have some events going on, or
you can find me on Facebook. I've got they're critiquing one of my poems at Appleton Public Library in Wisconsin on Wednesday, which is pretty exciting. So, yeah, thanks.
So thank you. Great. Okay. So next we have to the stage one of the amazing poets that was here in town this weekend. She did her thing, turned it up. And it was so good to have you here with us, and good to have you here on the open mic as well. Miss Kim Lynn, are you here with us?
I am so excited to be here. Oh my gosh. And it was so amazing to be in El Paso with after a year of being with you in a rectangle, now we got to just be together and to go to Richie's Caliente. It's what we call his studio. It's our pet name for the studio. It was really awesome. And to be able to sing with Urban Cowboy Poet. So if some of you caught it, he sang from The Little Mermaid, and it was so much fun doing physical comedy again. Oh my gosh, that was so super fun. All right. So I would like to read my poem that I wrote for the amazing Stacy Dyson's Humble Words workshop. So the workshop was called Writing Through Suffering. And so I'm going to go ahead and put a trigger warning because this is a little bit of more unpacking of my child abuse experience. Jesus loves me, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Little ones to him belong. They are weak, but he is strong. 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 I was taught that everything happens for a reason. Then reason with me. If you are strong, Jesus, answer me this. Why are the little ones chosen, stolen, beaten, eaten, preyed on? I hate myself because even with every fucking thing that has happened, I still prey on. I keep making excuses for you, Jesus. Like maybe it was my fault. I must have asked for it. I was a bad girl. I had to be punished. I was too sexy. I was too tempting. I was destroying family ties. I was 5. Others like me are littler. How could you? If you are so strong, why could you, would you, did you not protect me, us? If this is the Bible's truth, if this is love, Jesus, then I don't want love. And then I would like to read a poem, 2 poems that I wrote today. The first one is about my anxiety. And as you can imagine, I live with PTSD. Duh. So this one's about anxiety, and then the second one is a response to my anxiety. Broken record. Spinning, twirling, swirling, unending merry-go-round. Not enough, not good enough, not enough. Do it again, repeat once more, one more time. Not enough, more, the insatiable, more, the monster called best. Never rests, its ravenous appetite desires more. Mysterious doors leading nowhere, no wise, no house. I don't know which path to choose. Door 1, door 2, door 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3. Which is the right permutation? Choose now. Right, wrong, pass, fail, yes, no, wrong answer, no exit. I find the exit. Coda, go back to the beginning, spinning round and round and round. Turntable, mysterious doors leading nowhere, no wise, no house. I don't know which path to choose. Those doors, tunnels don't matter. Only the who that is you matters. Take the needle, put it back on track. Play, listen, hum, sing, sway. Dance until your song is played to the end, then stop. Listen to a new song.
Nice. Thank you.
Wow, a new song. Woo! Oh man. So it's so good to put anxiety into a to take something so grand, so big, so shadowy, so just everywhere. And just I love how you did that. That was so genius. That was great. And it gave me some relief to know that I'm not the only one doing this. Literally, you know. So I mean, we all deal with anxiety, and it to some degree. So yeah, yeah, I love that. Thank you, Kim.
So tomorrow night, I would like to invite you to my my feature at Dane Ince's Time to Arrive. Do come by. I'm going to put it in the chat. And tomorrow night's going to be called Accidental Occidental, which means, you know, I fell in love with the West and crawled my way back home. So I'm doing a lot of heritage work. So there'll be a lot of Mandarin cultural poems that I've written. Some abuse, so unfortunately, that's part of my story. So, you know, if you want to come for, you know, a little bit more torture, you know, come to my feature tomorrow.
You know, we all deal with a little PTSD and some, you know, we're all recovering. That's what we're here doing together. Amen. Heck yeah. Thank you for that, Kim. That was beautiful. And speaking of beautiful, I got to hug this poet this weekend for the first time. The beautiful Miss Robin Schofield. Please take the mic when you're ready. Share.
Okay. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yes.
Robin Schofield! I also got to hug her. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to meet people in person and see people perform in person. That was awesome. So I hope that we have more visits in the future.
I think we should have an annual event in El Paso called the Southwest Shake Up Poetry Festival.
Okay. All right.
It is written. And take the mic when you're ready there.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to read a little environmental poem. It's called Shape of Flow in the Gulf Stream. A river of warm water between two banks of colder ocean spins and eddies northward from the coasts of Florida, wind-driven gyres bringing the breezes that flow through the palms and crepe myrtle to shores of Northwest Europe, their infinite fractal stretch, more temperate for the Gulf Stream, more water than all the rivers combined, the global conveyor belt, which when it slows, due to melting Greenland, will change the water's density, and that affects decreased upwelling with fewer nutrients and downwelling with less oxygen. The ocean's balance spoilt. Europe's temperature, at first a fever, and when the current stops flowing, there's more than a chill in the air of the fjords and beyond as the Arctic ice cap melts, and we feel undercurrents in the swells of morning as less warm water flows south again. The thermal equator shifts south and rainfall follows, leaving drought behind when there is no more Gulf Stream. So now I'm going to read a little, a guzzle. I'm going to read almost a guzzle in Cloudcroft. And a guzzle in English is basically couplets, and they're not supposed to be related, but that's why I called this almost a guzzle. They're all related. Late October, we eat venison roasted on the deck. The night it snows and the pipes are tested on the deck. Pine trees stand around in the steel wool wind. A mountain jay dresses down some kid on the deck. In an alpine meadow, swallowtails backstroke the purple aster. Canyon ridges I read from the deck. The Sacramentos, a nexus of trails where a shepherd dog named Lucky takes me, shuffled like a card in the deck. My notebook, fueled by waterfalls, fans the evening fire. The curly redhead loves the giants, batter on deck. I root for the Angels and they win the World Series. Josh falls like a sailor, so drunk and mad on the deck. They're not even your team, he spat out at me before he went out to drink and be sad on the deck. And I feel empathy for the young poets who drink to black out, for I, Robin Schofield, was as bad, half dead on the deck. Oh yeah, now we're gonna change the mood a little bit. And if that wasn't funny enough, here's a funnier one. It's called Solar Power. Solar power. Due to the permanent marring of her tomorrows, a Russian astrologer is suing the United States for $300 million for ruining the natural order of things by NASA's firing a probe named Deep Impact into Comet Temple 1 to see what kind of stuff its ice and dust might be, altering its course, thus sending this woman's horoscope wheeling out of whack, and she demands it back, her Ptolemaic universe in toto, and the bucks to ease the agony of its loss. This umbrella of gravity can fold around her ears for all she cares, so long as no stray rocks slice through her chart, which once upon a time was set in stone. In her land of snow, a comet did blast a forest and lay its sperm in a seam of fire and ice. It didn't trouble the heavens then. Now the moon just barely holds the waters back. Let's see, what other one was that?
I really love that last one. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Wow. Beautiful. Those are really nice pieces. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, man.
Thank you all.
Yeah, great set, great set. Thank you so much.
And I got to buy a book in person from Robin Schofield. That's what was one of the highlights of coming to El Paso is to get your book.
Yeah, which is rare. It's in print, but I just don't have very many copies of it.
And I'm so grateful to get it, Robin. It was truly an honor to meet you in person.
Oh, great. It was great to meet everybody.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming. I meant to tell you your outfit was really nice that night also.
Thank you, Robin.
Oh, thank you.
What you say, Nick? I'm sorry. Was that Nick?
No, that's me. I was saying.
Oh, hey, Dan. I'm sorry.
It was good seeing you, Robin. And I'm sorry we didn't get a chance to meet Kremlin.
I was really sad. I mean, I'm like, but you know what? I'm going to come back. Oh, but you know what? If we come back on Spooky Month, you're going to be working again.
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
Thursday. I'll try to be tomorrow at the BWOMS for the Mona bar at downtown tomorrow for BWOMS, but I don't know.
But sadly, I'm back in Phoenix already, Dan. So sad.
It's okay. I know somebody.
We'll get to hang out again soon.
I know somebody. Okay.
We have that in the motions of the poets coming back together to El Paso soon enough. Heck yeah. We'll make sure to do it on the time you're free.
I'm leaving tomorrow, so I'll miss you, Dan. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay, guys. I'm sorry I missed you guys because I'm still working at this.
It's still going on too. Heck
yeah, the KLQ. Well, we're down to the final tomorrow. I'll explain later.
Okay,
go
sounds
ahead.
good.
I apologize for the interruption.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Next, we have to the stage Miss Terry Rose.
Hello.
Hey, Miss Terry. How are
Can
you,
I share?
darling?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. So good to have you with us. You
Can I share screen?
Go ahead.
Can you guys see that?
Yes, we can see it.
Yes.
Okay. This is our concrete poem, obviously. And also it's a rearranged poem. So the first one is the poem and then second one is the rearranged version. Okay. Here we go. Reese's chocolate heaven, peanut butter cup melting on my tongue, costumes and trick or treat. I am Batman. You can be my sidekick Robin. To the Batmobile. Holy crap, where's all the candy? It was right there in the bowl on the table. Doorbell ringing. Ding dong. Who says Halloween is just for children? Who says Halloween is just for children? It was right there in the bowl on the table. Heaven. Tongue all the candy melting on my costumes and trick or treat. I am Reese's chocolate Batman. You can be my peanut butter cup. To the Batmobile. Holy crap, where is sidekick Robin? Doorbell ringing. Ding dong. I'm having some fun with Halloween. And this past month, I've been writing 2-sentence horror stories. So I'll read just a couple of those. So today I wrote this one for the word splat. After 25 days of jarring my abnormal brain, it went splat when Igor shattered the glass on the floor. Pickled juices nevermore, vibrating to the sound of the knock at my door. So that's today's, and then yesterday's was for the word extinct. If the dinosaurs knew that their extinction would fossil fuel the fire of climate change, would they feel vindicated? Oh, the irony of humanity. And I'll read one more. Let's see. Should I read an erotica one, kind of?
Let's do it.
All right. And I was going to read in the other room, but I came in too late. Let me see if I can find this one. Where is it? There it is. So on day 10, the word was pressure. That time when he said, hold still, and eyeing each other suspiciously, we were naked, combined, motionless, tidal wave approaching, unbeknownst only to me, due to appropriate G-spot pressure, releasing a volcanic earth-shattering eruption, bringing confusing emotions. Afterwards, he slowly withdrew, knowing that it would be the last and best time.
Woo! Please unmute your mics, guys, and show some love, please. Yeah.
Carrie Raw
That was
Jackson.
nice.
That was amazing. What a cool set.
Yeah, really
That was
cool
nice.
set. We had some Reese's.
Fantastic.
We had the slow pull away because he was gonna be real hurt that it was about to be over. Yeah, so that was just great. All the Reese's addicts in the house were like, I want Reese's now. I'm one of them. So I was like, yes. I love that. I love that idea. I love how creative we are being with spooky season. There's still room for poems in this season, and then I mean, just in so many different lanes. So to see y'all bringing out this kind of poetry and just taking your different aspects on it, that is so inspiring and awesome. Heck yeah. So thank you, love. Thank you for coming by and kicking it, sharing your awesome poems with us. I appreciate you. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Next we have to the stage the awesome She Was Glowing Friday night. I'm never gonna forget it. I just took a whole bunch of pictures and it might have been a little weird, but I didn't care. But anyway, we all We have Lee coming to the stage. Lee, darling, come bless us with your gorgeous poetry. Hope you're doing awesome tonight. And just thank you for all of it. Heck yeah, Lee. It was awesome. And she had on a bomb, beautiful black leather skirt that I'm just still not over yet. But anyway, heck yeah. Go ahead, take the mic, Lee.
Thank you. So I have three poems, two of them for the showcase that we're having for Halloween with the vocabulary this Thursday. I'll share the link on the chat. This is called Cría Cuervos, to raise crows, I guess will be the translation. First in English, then in Spanish. The crow opened its beak in anticipation, waiting for me to pluck out my eyes and feed it my foresight. I reach a claw to my brain and rummage for reasons why I might want to keep this gift of sight. But I think of nothing. Instead, finding glimpses of all possible futures, all gray and bleak. The claw is now at eye level, waiting for the slow process of balance, the pros and cons of seeing it all. The claw reaches, and the last thing I remember are the crow's innards and its mocking caws. El cuervo abre el pico en anticipación, esperando a que me saque los ojos y le alimente mi previsión. Llevo una garra a los sesos, hurgando razones por las cuales me gustase mantener el don de la vista, pero encuentro nada. En su lugar, encuentro vislumbres de todos los futuros posibles, sombríos y grises por igual. Con la garra posicionada frente a mis ojos, espero al lento proceso de encontrar balance, los pros y contras de verlo todo. La garra se extiende hacia mí y lo último que recuerdo es el interior del cuervo y sus graznidos burlones. This next one is called Puppet. Behind, the curtain falls, cut to black, to you alone. With no lines to speak or script to read, falls your head limp and shines the single candlelight onto your sharp puppet strings, cutting through skin turned to veins and bone. Behind the curtain, time stands still. Empty sockets can't tell what is real. Smiles fade with the flickering light of memories past and gone, be them true or devised. Behind the curtains, the hand that shapes destroys all masks to be replaced. And you wait for yet another night, where you get to be another face, another shape, another contrived self to help you fit in this mold of your own creation. That's the second one. And then finally, I have New Shit.
New Shit.
And this is called Ofrenda or Offering, first in Spanish, then in English. Me han rozado el pecho dos saetas silenciosas, manos espectrales del pasado apuntando a mi centro y solo atinando en la curva de esta espalda torcida. Dos estrellas ambarinas desvían mis pasos y alivian la pesadumbre de otra vuelta en este camino interminable, ofreciendo otra vía, quizás un descanso. En sangre marco un rastro. Debo saber de dónde vengo y hacia dónde me guían las estrellas parpadeantes. Entre más alejados mis pasos, más logro ver mi huella dando vueltas en la misma órbita interminable sin destino. Naupoali me mira de las sombras, sus ojos destellantes dirigidos en la pesadumbre en los míos. Sin sonido alguno, invita mis pasos hacia sus fauces abiertas. Las saetas de mi espalda ahora encuentran un hueco en mi centro, hurgando delicadamente en el lugar correcto hasta encontrar el cansado músculo, aún latiente, aún caliente, aún queriendo limpiar mi sangre y darme vida en vez de muerte. En mis manos ahora extiendo esta ofrenda hacia las acogedoras fauces del jaguar y dejar la vida en mí por fin descansar. In the English version. Two silent arrows have grazed my chest, the spectral hands of the past pointing to my center and only hitting the hamstring of this crooked back. Two amber stars divert my steps and ease the grief from another turn on this endless road, offering another way, perhaps a break. In blood, I mark a trail. I must know where I come from and where these twinkling stars will guide me. The more distant these tired steps get, the better I can see my footprints circling in the same endless orbit without a destination. Now Boali looks at me from the shadows. its flashing eyes directed to the sorrow in mine. Without a sound, it invites my steps into his gaping maw. The arrows on my back now find a burrowing hole in my center, delicately prickling me in the right place until they find the tire muscle, still beating, still warm, still wanting to clean my blood and give me life instead of death. In my hands now, I extend this offering into the welcoming maw of the jaguar and let the life left in me finally rest. And that's it.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Guys, unmute your mics and show some love, please, for the beautiful Lee.
Yes, Lee.
That's nice.
And she's as beautiful in person as she is on camera, and her words are still amazingly powerful. Actually, probably more powerful because the energy. Wow.
Yes. And her hair is greener than my eyes.
Yes,
I would love to do a bilingual poem where I can switch from between languages. I think that's so fly.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Witts. Yeah, man, that's really just a stretch in the language of I mean, you know, it's bringing your whole you to your poetry. You know, that's absolutely gorgeous. So thank you for always doing that, bringing that to whatever space you're in. You know, that's your signature, and I love that. So thank you so much, Lee. Appreciate you.
On the chat, the link if you're interested in being part of the audience for the Thursday showcase that we have with vocabulary. It is a spooky show, and there's a lot of good surprises for that.
Spooky show, one time for vocabulary. Spooky show on Thursday. Heck yes. That's awesome. Heck yeah. And next we have to the stage Mr. Kit Reed. Hi, Kit.
This is how it works. First Lee, then me.
First Lee, then me. I love it. That's right.
No, they deserve all of the flowers they got just now. They're so impressive. Okay. Two of mine and then the cover. Try to keep it spooky, but I'm not that scary. I'm just not a very scary person. Like, people see me, they're like, it's Kit. What's he gonna do? Nothing. But then I read poems and they were wrong. Okay, first one. Keith Richards knows the secret of being a junkie. The only thing that matters to the suits is if you're on time. This makes the drugs a matter of craftsmanship and controlled experiment, just like the rock and roll. As long as the work goes on and the tracks get laid down, Keith can do as he pleases. And so he becomes the only person in the historical record to take moderate amounts of heroin. Measuring precisely and tying exactly with a sterile bandage each time, smooth and quiet as an F1 engine. Not like Graham Parsons, making an unholy cacophony, filling himself with speedballs until his veins rattled when he shook hands. He had to be told to leave by the Rolling Stones for partying too much. Graham didn't say that he knew he was going to die, but he told Keith his plan for the body, which means it was at least on his mind. He would have a pyre like a Viking or a Rana. He would ascend to the top of the sky, bounce back down, and his smoke would rise in his preacher father's eyes to tell him the good news that his son knew how to go to heaven or hell whenever he wanted, with nobody's permission. Keith Richards lights his next cigarette with his last one and doesn't look up at the Paris sky. He doesn't want to know if there's a sign. Okay. This one was a month ago, I believe, at Mike Sindler's Tumble Words workshop. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. You're 10 years old. You're in Madrid, Spain. You're in the Prado Museum for the 4th time in 3 weeks, and you found something new to enjoy each time. Your favorite is Goya. for all the good-natured pastoral scenes and his royals who look irritated enough to be real people. You're looking for a bathroom, but you see a dark room promising more Goya, and you chance it. The room has his mad years, his dark years, painting dead dogs on the wall of his house. Saturn is devouring his young and staring right at you, promising that you're next. You know the myth. You've even seen other paintings of it in this exact museum. That doesn't matter. This isn't a cruel god executing a plan. This is a man, sick and mad and with no compunctions. You've never seen a painting that caused fight or flight before. And flight wins. You run out of the room crying. You're 13 years old. You're flipping through the Prado guidebook. You're too young for proper nostalgia, but you're aping its patterns anyway. In the bottom left-hand corner, you see Saturn devouring his young. You snap the book shut as if it had bit you. You're 26. You tell people your favorite artist is Goya, and it is true. Even the mad paintings, you know yourself well enough to know that fear and love look the same on your MRI. It's trivia night at the bar, and your friend Trevor, a painter himself, shows you a meme of Alf from the 80s sitcom Alf, stylized after Saturn devouring his young. You get the joke. It's very well done. You try to laugh, but you can't. Irony is not a shield. Distance is not a shield. Time is not a shield because time is non-linear and you are always 10 years old. You are always at the Prado. You are always running away from a painting that you're convinced is running after you. And thank y'all. We have, now we come to the cover poem. There's going to be some seasonal disconnects, but it kind of fits. The tone of this poem is very terrified, and I enjoy it a lot. And this poem is amazing. This is Onset by Kim Adonisio. Watching that frenzy of insects above the bush of white flowers, bush I see everywhere on hill after hill, all I can think of is how terrifying spring is in its tireless, mindless replications, everywhere emergence, seed case, chrysalis, uterus, endless manufacturing. And the wrapped stacks of styrofoam cups in the grocery. Lately, I can't stand them. The shelves of canned beans and soups, freezers of identical dinners, then the snowflake diamond snowflake of the rug beneath my chair, rows of books turning their backs, even my 2 feet, how they mirror each other oppresses me. The way they fit so perfectly together, how I can nestle one big toe into the other, like little continents that have drifted. My God, the unity of everything, my hands and eyes, yours. Doesn't that frighten you sometimes? Remembering the pleasure of nakedness and fresh sheets, all the lovers there before you, beside you, crowding you out. And the scouring griefs, don't look at them all or they'll kill you. You can barely encompass your own. I'm saying, I know all about you, whoever you are. It's spring and it's starting again. The longing that begins and begins and begins.
Begins and begins and begins. Thank you, Kit, man. Heck yeah. Thank you. Check the love out in the chat. The people were loving you as always. Heck yes.
It was
Yes,
great meeting you too, Kat.
Yep.
And
Thanks
you
for
as
making
well.
me look good by doing something good in my workshop.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We support each other's workshops because we pull out some really good poems in each other's workshops. Heck
It's true.
yeah.
It's
So
true.
Great
Tumbleworks
meeting you,
Gang Gang.
Kit.
It was great meeting you too, Jake, and hiking 5 miles. We went 5
Yeah,
miles
hiking
today.
with you this morning. That was wonderful. I got a lot of sun and everything.
Yeah,
heck yeah.
been an awesome week here. What can we say? I don't have my little paper, so Y'all know where to find me. And this Saturday, Tumblewords is going to be Raquel Mejia. So we'll see you there.
Heck yeah. That's the Dia de los Muertos. The annual.
Yes,
right?
that's correct. It's
Yeah.
her annual workshop on Dia de los Muertos.
On
Maybe,
Martyrs.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Thank you so much for that, Kid. And I just want to give a shout out to Urban Cowboy Poet. Your background is just awesome and spooky and just great. And I love it. You can hear the Freddy and the, I did not do that right. That kind of sounded like a monkey, but I was trying to do Freddy. It didn't come out right. All right, moving on. Anyway, thank you for that. Thank you, Kid. Thank you. Heck yeah. We're going to move on to Mr. Tezozomo. Mr. Tez, hey, darling. How you doing?
Hey there. How are you?
Well, how are you?
I'm good. I'm going to be doing 1 and 1. So the poem is Choose Your Neuroses. It was a Thursday morning. I had sent Valerie a text message on WhatsApp. Hi, Valerie. Wishing you a good day. She responded, I don't have time. Sorry, not for anyone unless someone has $10,999 for a nanny and a housekeeper. I need not be bothered. She had recently finally settled a criminal charges against a man who had been stalking her for several months, throwing rocks through her second-story apartment on the west side, a posh part of Los Angeles. He would stalk her in the mornings when she left for work. He would stalk her when she got home. On an occasion, he pulled up to her brand new blue Chicana BMW, what we call a big Mexican wiener, and tried to pull her out through the moonroof. As she sped off, the side mirrors were broken off and she was cut up from scuffs and scrapes. She managed to get away and call the police. She could not go back to her posh apartment. It was not safe anymore. So she went to crash with her ex-husband's mom's house, now run down. My WhatsApp pinged again. Valerie, my kid just puked all over the car because of Topanga Canyon, taking the other kid to school. I don't want to talk to anyone who can't help me. Bye. She would often remind me what a failure the father of her 17-year-old daughter was. How her ex-husband, a lawyer, had finally divorced her because he got tired of an expensive lifestyle that he was too busy to enjoy. At the end of her 30s, she still wanted a child, as she claimed that it helped her become less self-absorbed. But she complained that he too was a loser and would not pay the child support. He would not fulfill his mandatory child visitation obligations. What's up? Pinged again. Valerie, I'm at my limit. I'm likely just going to marry the rich guy in Santa Monica who wants to take care of me and my kids. I'm so done doing this by myself. I'm sure you understand. I remember how she preened, calling herself a leading-edge Chicana Mexican-American like Selena in the environmental engineering field. She was originally from El Paso, El Chuco. What's up? Pinged, Valerie. Seriously? I had the worst morning of my life where I finally felt like I just can't do all of this by myself, and I dropped off my 7-year-old and I went to yoga, then went to get a facial peel, and it's just that I do need more in my life. It's nice when someone says, what do you need? I'll take care of all of it. That's more than love. It's called care. She had forgotten how she was using Bumble dating site to hook up with older men, hooking them into older lavish trips, dinners, gifts, and jewelry. She'd also blatantly admitted that the previous stalker, who had probably felt he had not gotten his return on investment, was now doing several years in jail from the maelstrom that he got pulled into and his failure to exit sanely. Between the Oedipal prime and the Oedipal proper, we choose what type of object we want to be in the social symbolic, remembering that the real will dictate our neurosis. That was turkey.
Woo, 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 woo. That was beautiful.
Yes,
Right,
Mr.
let me get
Taz,
this,
that was awesome. Woo!
Woo!
I know, huh? All right, here we go.
Relatable also. Yeah.
Let me start again. Oops. Right there's fine. This is moving too fast for me. All right. Sorry, the auto scroll is not behaving today. You think I leave your side, baby? You know me better than that. You think I leave you down when you're down on your knees? I wouldn't do that. I'll tell you you're right when you want. And if you could see into me, oh, when you're cold, I'll be there. Hold you tight. I'm sorry, the auto scroll thing is moving too fast for me here. Let me figure out how to change the speed on it. Damn it. A long, long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make me smile. I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. The man who's on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widow bride. Something touched me deep inside the day music died. So bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love? Do you have faith in God? Now do you believe in rock and roll and say music save your mortal soul? Can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronking buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I knew I was out of luck the day music died. So bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues. I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store where I'd heard the music years before, but the man there was said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried, and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells were all broken, and three men that I admired most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last string for the coast the day music died. And they were singing bye bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was
Oh my God, Tezo, I just wrote the first line of my next poem while you were singing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, my friend. Thank you.
A musical break is so essential, and we're just so spoiled that we have musician poets as well. You know, that's just what we get. That was so gorgeous, so beautiful. Thank you so much for that, love. I know you did a little plug earlier. Do you want to tell us again about, I mean, was that,
Sure.
I guess, yeah, go ahead.
You can follow me on Instagram under Gaseous 2019. Pick up my book on Amazon under Gaseous and Tessa Somok. Also, I have on the 27th on Wednesday, I have a Newberry Park in California open mic, virtual open mic reading. I'll be a feature there. And then November 1st with the Dane Inns and some of the folks on here, we're doing the Dia de los Muertos. For the Americans, it's the Day of Muertos. So we will be celebrating, poor kid, we'll be celebrating that, and I'll be hosting, hopefully I will do well on that. And thank you, folks.
Airplane interlude, just a moment. Right, heck yeah. Beautiful, beautiful set. Thank you for that. Next we have to the stage Ed Poetastic.
Because you made me feel fantastic.
Let's go, Poetastic. Take the mic, Lovey.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love Halloween turning into a sugar fiend. Try not to cause a scene. Wait, am I turning green? No, I'm just kidding. Hey everyone, my name is Ed Potesta. Hope you're feeling fantastic. Please give me the time to draw my rhyme for all of you feel sublime. Okay, I got 2 pieces and they're such a fright to give you such a sugary delight. All right, one is called Bloody Mary. It was a chilling night, crimson sea everywhere. It was an ugly sight, not a bone or guts to spare. It was a horrible fight, a grotesque beastly affair. Please cover your sight. Brutality can't be compared. Fueled by demons and spite, needs more than prayers. Elevating our frights to newer heights, seems soaked in demonic despair. Ghostly monsters' jaws hold you tight. An ominous grip that pursues you here and there. Thank you. All right, and here's another one. This is called Happy Halloween. Halloween is sugar in every stage. Would you like to feel more engaged? Come with me, you will see why people howl for Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Dressed as a creepy witch or a devilish fiend. This is Halloween, stub yourself sweet treat. Feel the sugar rush through your feet. Welcome back to Halloween. Have you ever went to a haunted house, made you scared or small like a mouse? Have you ever walked or run in the night, looked for thrills and chills and frights? Have you ever seen a scary movie, scenes of panicking, screaming, yet so spooky? Have you ever seen Freddy Krueger constantly check your house for intruders? This is Halloween, this is Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. Have you ever seen a Chucky doll that made you scream and run through the walls? Have you ever saw Bloody Mary, then freak out for her being bloody scary? This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Have you ever went trick-or-treating with friends, wishing the candy or sight would never end? Have you ever popped a Ouija board for kicks and giggles, maybe a bit bored? This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Have you ever seen someone dressed up like Michael Myers, made you yell and scream like a girl in a choir? Have you ever watched Candyman, wondering how can anyone have a hooked hand? This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Don't take it from me, then ask anyone. Don't be a square, but have some fun. Put on a scary mask, then you'll see why people lose it for Halloween. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. I wish you a great, scary day and a bloody night. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. I wish you a boo-tacular sight and sugary delight. Happy, happy, happy Halloween!
This is Halloween. That was just freaking great. I love it so much.
You went all out there, bro.
Man, he had the spooky flow
love,
going.
y'all. Yeah, man. I love it. I'm so just inspired and amazed. You know, but Halloween is not
And was that
it's not
Puppet
a
Master?
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, forgive me. I don't just jump in all over your talking and
You
stuff.
okay? You okay?
That part that you brought you interpreted that this is Halloween. This is Halloween. Is that Puppet Master? What movie is that?
Oh, actually inspired
Nightmare
from
Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before
exactly.
Christmas, yeah.
Okay, I knew I recognized that. I just couldn't put my finger on it. I knew it was something like that. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Heck
No
yes. Poetastic. Go ahead. You can plug yourself if you'd like to, love. Heck yeah, go ahead.
Sure, no problem. Me, Unmesh, and Levi is gonna do something for Halloween at the Film Love open mic. So please come so you could feel the lights and feel extra fright.
There's no kind of like scary sound. Like I'm trying to think of like a howl or a hoot or a wolf. Is that scary? Okay, yeah. You know, yeah. I was like, this don't sound scary. What I'm trying to anyway. All right. So thank you, man. Thank you. I'm just I'm kissing y'all's brains right now, you brilliant poets. Y'all are writing spooky poems. How cool is that? That is so cool. I'm so gonna have me one before Halloween, maybe two, because I haven't written one. So anyway, heck yeah, I'm really inspired. Heck yeah. Next we have to the stage Miss I believe Rowena, right? I looked through here to see if I saw. Guys, help me out. Y'all see her? Hi. Yep, you would rather go by. This is our stage name, Rowena, right?
This is my stage name, Rowena Wright.
Awesome.
Yay,
So glad to see you with us.
Rowena! Great
You
to see you
beautiful
again.
butterfly, you. Heck yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kimberly. I didn't mean to. We have make room for the roses. Go ahead, love.
Rowena, so great to see you again. So proud of you. Welcome back to our world.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Go ahead. Take the mic when you're ready.
I have 3 pieces. They're short. This one's called Stolen or Broken. Cloaked in mystery, where has your soul run off? Was it stolen by a thief in the night? Does your king hold it in the palm of his hand? Or was it carried away by a dark Prince Charming, never to be seen again? Or where is your heart, my wild child? Do you chase it at night during your dreams, only to wake when you are so close to grabbing the inner self? Does it fade away like the early morning fog? Be still, precious soul. It's been right there all along. It was just healing. An eagle with a broken wing, growing stronger each day. Take heart, dear love. Leap once more. I promise you will fly again. This is called Thank You. Seeking Redemption. I speak many languages. I can conjugate all the reasons why I'm bad. Lies, little white creatures, pebbles piled within my soul. Lies for self-preservation, protection against the evils men speak, tales of false prophets who wish to benefit from my femininity. Overthinking can overwhelm. Overreacting impedes good judgment. Do not be dramatic to garner for attention those who do not deserve it. I do not wish to be bad. I plead forgiveness for my transgressions. Reform behavior. Seek grace. A wish for heaven's embrace. And then I'll close out with the recipe for true love. Heat to 98.6 degrees. 1 genuine heart. 2 strong arms to hold me tight. A shoulder for me to cry upon after a long and trying day. 2 lips to kiss my forehead. 1 reassuring smile. Sprinkling of texts and emails throughout the day to remind me that I am in your thoughts, checking on me from time to time. Generous helpings of friendship. A little sugar for sweetness, a dash of salt for the hard times, vanilla for warmth. All of this, please combine. Multiple memories create a masterpiece of love that will nourish our meals for a lifetime of togetherness. Thank you.
How beautiful. How beautiful. Yes. Sometimes a good old clap is necessary, you know. We clap too, you know. Heck yeah. Thank you for coming back to our open mic. And
thank you for having me.
Heck yeah. So good having you and spending time with us. That was beautiful. Next, we have to the stage Parkillian.
Close. Parquillian, like the quill pen.
Quillian, dang it. Parquillian. Yes, hi there.
Thank you.
So glad to have you with us again. And I love your shirt. Words as art is just the most, I don't know. I mean, there's God, and then there's good cheesecake with strawberries, and then there's words made out of art. It's just absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. Please take the mic when you're ready.
Thank you. I don't know if I've shared this shirt before. This is my native koala with the words for koala in native Australian languages. I wish I had my native pumpkins, my seasonal card here with me, but I don't have a copy with it right now. Pardon me while I go off camera again for at least my first couple of poems, which don't have much spooky stuff in my repertoire, but these are maybe the closest I've got. This first one's really short. It's Yellow demon mask, dancing side to side, swaying to an uneven silent rhythm, fading in and out, features slowly changing, always moving, strong then weak, it flickers then flashes, mocking the sun. Next one. A wave of freon battling the sun stretched me a ladder of gold to cross the yawning tarred abyss, stealing her warmth, spreading a chill, stirring a breeze, stripping off leaves, tossing them all around on the ground, swirling shades of red ochre green, creating a bowl of autumn leaf salad. And another one I just rediscovered recently. It's good for this season. Cascading down a flaming hill into a gently swirling pool are leaves of yellow, orange, and red. Across the meadow field they spread, their firing colors seeming cool, alive with motion, standing still. And then for my last one, I'm going to come back on camera because I believe I have this one memorized. It's a fairly new one. I wrote it a couple months ago, but I just got permission to share it recently. It's called My Lover's Hands. My lover's hands are tiny. When we put the bases of our palms together, the tips of her fingers, which are oh so slender, barely reach my second knuckles. They often remind me of that E. E. Cummings line. Nobody, not even the rain, has such small hands. But they can move very fast when she's typing for work or playing her favorite text twist game. Her palms can get cracked and calloused from rubbing against the handles of the crutches that she's needed to use since she learned how to walk. When we go for a walk, it's impossible to hold hands, but we often try, allowing a couple of our fingers to entwine for a while. Some people don't understand why we like to hold hands so often when we're sitting together. The subtle warmth that comes through in her touch, it's the most powerful magic I know. Thank you very much.
Come on, poet. That was just too beautiful.
Woo! Beautiful. Her touch.
That was amazing. It was so sweet.
Thank you. And I actually remember to write my information down this time. Let me know if I'm holding it too close.
Prepared poet. Hey, I'm not a prepared poet. I'm very glad that you are. No, that's beautiful. Thank you. Get the website there, the IG there. Heck yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming by and sharing your pieces with us. I know it's for my East Coast peeps, for everybody, thank you for hanging in with us tonight. And we're gonna move on here. Next to the stage, we have, I meant to have my sign ready for you the next time I came across you, Nick Paleologos. I meant to have our one of us. I'm gonna make us a sign.
Oh my God, Dick P, one of us. Yes.
I'm gonna make us a sign, baby. Dang it. Thank you so much for being here with us tonight, love. Thank you for that hair, because I need it in my life. And please take the mic whenever you are ready.
Of course, it's great to see you again, Poet Con. Great to see you hosting again. Great to be back here. You know, it's pretty lit over here. So let's get into it. Yes, I am Android 17 from Dragon Ball Z. So yes, for those that are aware. Yes. So I have one new piece and two older, and one newish and then one old. A little bit of content warning for this one. This one is kind of about suicide, so you step away, step away. Here we go. This one's called The Promise to Live On. I promised myself never to never write a suicide note. It would be just squiggly and broken lines. It would not make sense to the viewer. It would be more painful for each letter, each syllable is a knife to the throat, each sentence poisonous vision. On days like today, I wish I did end it. I've seen enough life to know her beauty and her hideous. I don't have closure for all the pain. I teeter on a sight to take me home. I don't know where home is. The seams have been blurred gray. I want to end this never-ending thesis. I've endured enough disarray. I don't know where to go to. I know I have failed plenty in my lifetime. I was tricked into beliefs of worthlessness. I get to hear voices of people who are brave, strong, and talented. I can't mend my heart if my sewing kit has run out of threads. I've run out of needles too. I've crashed worse than a 5-car pileup. Won't rise from the wreck. Wounds that were inflicted. You won't feel it. You appreciate the happy moments. I promised myself never to write a suicide note, because with community there is purpose. That is reason enough to stay until the story is done.
Let's build a church, Nick!
Let's build a church. All right, so This one I made in Lee's workshop, and I edited it around a little bit. So this is what came out of Lee Martinez's workshop. This one's titled "Play My Bones Like a Xylophone, but you will get a different beat." My bones house punk. My bones house hardcore. My bones house hip hop. My bones rhythmic with Motown. These bones are a grunge sponge. These bones are hidden, teeter on verses. Encased in jawlines, my music taste is a rainbow. A spectrum with Sam Cooke to Sam Smith. Marvin Gaye to Killswitch Engage. As the taste stomachs down, the digestion makes me crave more. More musical notes, more guitars, more for my feet to shuffle. Like a deck of cards as I deal blackjack on the floor. Care to dance with me? Taste my music on your tongue as we interlock graffiti love into our canvases. Make our Motown mow down our barriers as we press our bones against each other. May we dance as timeless as Marvin Gaye to our own beat that our bones speak. That's that second piece. And I was going to close with a different piece, but you know what? The other day, I was at the Nuyo, and I did this poem. And, Con, you know the poem that I'm talking about, right? You know about that poem, right? You gotta know about it, right?
Probably, but I wouldn't mind hearing it again.
So, this one's titled, I'm Taking You to Church, but it's gonna have a little bit of a twist, so I wanna have people involved with it, all right? So, here we go. Welcome to the Church of Poeminality. We accept everyone here unless you are an oppressor or you have any of these diseases. It's not limited to xenophobia, racism, sexism, homophobia, biphobia, transphobia, misogyny, and any other hatred of our human race. We have services available to rehab those behaviors. If you or any members are inflicting any harm, you will be booted out faster than Des Bryant throwing up the X after a touchdown. The matrimony is prose and poetry. We anoint the sick with the oils of our ink. We are baptized and confirmed in words. Our ordained ministers are the hosts. We don't do communion here. Community is enough. Our columns have poetry all over them. Our scriptures are poetry slams. Our hymns are free verses. Our windows are stained glass of the poets of the past and present. Our scaffolding states, you are worth it. Say it with me, people. You are worth it. Come on now, let me hear y'all. You are worth it.
Worth it.
Yeah, you are worth
Yes.
it. You are worth
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you are worth it.
No confessions here. Our work is all we need. The debts to be paid is to yourself. You owe yourself love and to properly tell your story. If you cannot pay, we will work with you. Anyone can attend the Church of Poeminality. Just be brave, be vulnerable, don't be hateful, and most of all, be yourself. We look forward to having you here. And if you are new here, then we all say, I'm taking you to church. Now say it with me, everyone. I'm taking you to church.
I'm taking you to church.
The church isn't a building, though. It's every open mic you've ever been to.
One of us. One of us.
Go buy Nick's book. Nick's book is coming out this winter. Go buy his book.
Some of that poeminality in your life, because that man is amazing. All my poets are. Man. Did you have I didn't mean to just jump in, but we just had to just sing in the choir real quick. But go ahead, love. If you're spitting another one, go ahead.
Oh, no. That was the set right there. I was just those three pieces. You're all good.
Yeah, right. My bad. I can just listen to you for hours. I mean, heck yeah. Thank you, love. I love that piece, man. That's one of our theme pieces. I don't even think theme is the right word for that. That is our mantra. That's what we live by. That's Church of Poeminality right there. Dang it. I love that. Okay.
And that's the first poem in the book, by the way. So
Go buy his book.
Go buy the book. We love that one.
It is. It's one of the most interesting books I've ever published. Please go buy it.
Yes, I mean, I haven't been to church a week, so thank you for sharing that piece.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. That was amazing. I love that piece. That's one of my, I think that is my favorite piece of yours outside of your erotic pieces. But anyway, all right. Thank you so much, Nick. I appreciate you, dear.
Thank you, Con. And also, before I go, you all can follow me at the Real Nick P on IG. I do have a feature on November 5th with They Call Me Mitch. So if you want to hear more and you want to be taking to church, come there. And November 3rd, you missed that one? November 13th with The Word Is Right. So yeah, come see me. I'll be a double featuring with Tori Lutz. It's going to be lit. So come through.
Go. Heck yeah. One time for The Word Is Right. For all the awesome platforms here, making room for us to do stuff, thank y'all, man, for doing that poet work. Richie, BWOMS, heck yeah. All the hosts and the people that faithfully join, so that we even have a place so that there's even a platform. It wouldn't be a platform without people coming in. So just thank y'all, man. Hell yeah. Okay, next to the stage we have Urban Cowboy Poet. Woo, 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 woo.
Hi there.
Hi there, with this awesome background. I love it. How are you today?
Yes, spooky. Yeah, I'm great today. Oh, I had such a great weekend doing it with meeting everybody. We'll talk more about it if there's an afterglow, but my poem's kind of long, so I'll get into it. I don't have a spooky Halloween poem yet. I want to work. I'm working on one. I hope I'll get one by the Thursday and Saturday shows and stuff. This is a winter legend, I guess. Mistake on the Lake. At Christmas, Henry awoke from his sleep to find a present, a brand new Jeep. His memory slips during holiday cheer. He bought it himself, then drank lots of beer. He gathered his buddies, said, why don't we take my new Jeep down to Watson Lake and hunt some ducks to feast the new year? They all agreed and ordered some beer. Now, any lake they could have chosen in winter in Michigan was frozen. I hope there'll be ducks. Ain't the season for deer, Arnold declared as he chugged down a beer. They piled in the Jeep. They packed a lot of duck calls, decoys, guns, and duck shot. Henry's black Labrador rode in the rear, lying on several cases of beer. They drove the Jeep out on the lake. Sam wondered if the ice might break. It's plenty thick, no need to fear. Stop your worrying and pass the beer. There's no patch of water. What do you think, boys? No pond for the ducks or to place our decoys. We need a hole so ducks will come near, Henry explained as he opened a beer. Now, Joe worked at a construction site. He said, on the job, we use dynamite. So just in case, I brought some here. What a great idea. Get that man a beer. Joe said, here's a stick we can use. Toss it far. It's got a short fuse. Henry claimed I can throw it clear. I'll warm up with another beer. First light the fuse, then throw it and run. It may not be legal, but it gets the job done. The explosion might knock you back on your rear. We'll watch and laugh and cheer you on with a beer. He flung away out, but before it hit, his dog went after it. Sam cried, oh no, he'll bring it back here. We're all gonna die. I need a beer. He was a retriever through and through. Fetching was what he was born to do. The dog thought, oh, bet they'll be glad I'm here. Miller might reward me with some of their beer. The guys really realized that they made a mistake as the dog brought the dynamite back across the lake. They were shouting and waving and trembling with fear. They were shaking so much they were spilling their beer. Henry shot at his pooch with a loaded duck shot. Didn't hurt him much, but it sure stung a lot. He wants me to hurry. I'll shift to high gear, the retriever smiled, looking forward to beer. Henry cussed at his dog, quickly counted to 10, then picked up his rifle and shot him again. Please, God, if you could save us all here, Henry prayed, I might give up drinking beer. Why's he shooting at me? I've done nothing bad. The dog concluded, my owner's gone mad. He ran for cover to the first place near, under the Jeep, which was still full of beer. The The poor critter died in a big explosion. That part of the lake was no longer frozen. Henry cried, "Yikes, we're stranded here. There goes my Jeep and my dog and our beer." With all their stuff sunk, they were plumb out of luck. But some decoys survived and lured many a duck. Arnold lamented, "Sure, now they come here. Look, they're laughing at us and drinking our beer." Ain't no way Henry's insurance would pay for a brand new Jeep that died that way. He'll be making payments year after year. He won't even be able to afford to buy beer. Thank you. Happy Halloween, Pete. I'm spooky legend coming up later.
Nice. I was lit.
That was definitely lit, man. You had me tickled all the way through that, brother. I appreciate that piece because I needed to laugh.
Okay. I hope it didn't. Alcoholic
Awesome. Awesome.
Hi, Kevin.
I'm good. I wish that we could perform a mermaid piece. That was hilarious.
Yeah, we did that piece and we harmonized and I jammed with Richie and partied all night with Marissa and Con and hiked with Kit and oh my God, what a weekend.
Yeah.
What a glorious event.
And recorded in Richie's studio today?
Yes, we did.
No, I did today. In the studio.
You did?
Yeah.
Are you going to release it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll put it on my YouTube,
Yeah, please.
on my YouTube channel.
Tag me.
I did 2 pieces. I'll put them on my YouTube channel. In the studio, in Richie's studio.
Oh, awesome, man. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was awesome.
Yeah, yeah. We're going to just, something that awesome. It can only just happen again so that more people, we can experience more of each other, But I'm so grateful that you guys were willing. We were I love poetry. It puts so many lineages and faces and history and culture in one room at one table, and that's magic. So even this here is magic. So thank you so much, Greg, for that little. Thank you. No, not little, but thank you for your piece. It was a little. Thank you for your piece. Appreciate it. Next, we have to the stage Abraham Kimani. Hey, love.
Hey, Con. How are you?
Doing well. How you doing?
I'm pretty good, So I got a few for you guys, and I'm gonna just get right to it. I got 7 minutes, so I plan on using all 7 minutes of it. All right, I've shared this piece before. I think you might have heard it, Con, if you was at the event last Wednesday that was hosted by Nick on The Word Is Right. If not, then you're here for the first time. It's called Penis. And the last 2 letters of that word is in parentheses. So I'm talking about a pen and a penis. My pen is a penis, long, erected, and black, oozing ink from the tip, sharp as a tack, piercing your crispy lined flesh with smooth strokes past your margin, taking a very deep breath when you feel my pen enlarging. Inside your former virgin pages, eternally lost in every letter, printed with bold underlined phrases, making you redder and redder. My penis is a pen, baking creamy homemade pies inside your steamy oven, blazing up the skies, composing #1 hits held tightly in your palm, rubbing lyrics on your lips like a stick of balm, breaking every record in pieces when I climb up your chart. With each track my penis releases secreted notes into your heart. My pen is a penis with celestial Milky Way bars, reaching the ears of Venus all the way from Mars, writing the solar system transit, paid to spit a fire verse on 8 other planets beyond the realm of Earth. My penis is a pen, never running out of ink. From this bottle of gin, comes an intoxicating drink. The potency of my odor will be your sole ambition to never again be sober after loosening your inhibition. My pen is a penis. My penis is a pen with fluid pouring seamless thoughts on your skin. And that's that piece. And I'm gonna share one of the Motown pieces that I wrote for the Fincabulary open mic this past Thursday. It's called Goodbye Motown. So feel free to put in the chat any of the Motown songs I referenced in this piece, because I did reference several of them. I've been bathing in a pool full of lonely teardrops since I lost my baby to two lovers. But the scent of my girl, Sherry Amore, really got a hold on me so tight, I could not wipe off memories of us dancing in the street on the corner of Cloud 9 and Psychedelic Shack in the midst of a heat wave traveling 25 miles an hour, spinning rapidly in a ball of confusion. Oh, how I wish it would rain so heavy, the puddles would disguise the tracks of my tears as I hitchhike without pride and joy to shop around for a new love at Beechwood 45789, only to see Mr. Postman beat me to the punch and marry Bernadette. As I fell on my knees, shedding the tears of a clown, my mother told me, son, stop in the name of love. You've been giving yourself nothing but heartaches, being at war with yourself over what? Standing in the shadows of love not reciprocated? Boy, do you not understand you can't hurry love? I replied, yes, mama, it's a shame. I haven't learned this golden lesson because I've been too busy thinking about my baby. How that devil in a blue dress got me wanting to be back with her real quick. As I replayed, I'm gonna make you love me, hoping someday we'll be together. Or is it just my imagination running away with me? If so, I must pack my bags and say, goodbye, Motown. And this last piece I wrote in response to a journal article I read that was written back in 2010 by a few scholars. The article I read was called, what was it called? Oh yeah, Cultivating Consciousness Among Black Women, Black Nationalism and Self-Esteem Revisited. And I wrote this piece in response to the article. It's called Ebony Queen. Here I stand today with hands raised to the sky, head bowed to the ground, worshiping the beauty of your Black nation, an institution of sorts, struggling courageously to be a sovereign body, carrying history, culture, politics, economics, music, spirituality in your motherland, while standing on the shoulders of ebony queen mothers, ancestral priestess warriors, too many to name, constructing you to be elevated high above the brutal landscape of American nightmares, crowning you ebony queen, ruler of your queendom, church, university, library, archival repository, bank, depositing knowledge into and withdrawing wisdom from your birth. At the sound of your altar call, princesses born free Black become born again, politically, culturally, spiritually, intellectually Black militants enlisting themselves to be baptized in Ida B's well at Rosas Park, immunized from whiteness with a shot of Blackness administered by Nurse Betty Shabazz inside the hospital offices of Dr. Angela Davis as a rite of passage to be card-carrying ebony queens, giving themselves as a sacrificial offering to honorably defend their land and labor, expand wealth and power, pass it down to future generations of ebony queens. That's those pieces.
That's them pieces. I love it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
man.
beautiful pieces. From the pen, stroking the paper. That was like some for real pen making love to the paper kind of thing going there. I love, I'm just throwing that. Anyway, to your hands to the sky and head low in appreciation. I appreciate just said so much love. It was
Thank you.
It was delicious.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Everybody's sets here were is equally delicious, if not more delicious than mine. So, I'm taking it all in, and y'all making me become better. And I hope that I inspire you guys in my own little way.
Heck yes, because we inspire each other. We start a train of inspiration. That's what we do.
Yeah.
Mike's choo choo. Come on, ride that train. Okay, I just had to do it. I had to do it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
The poet train, that'll become a whole thing right there. Okay, you know how we do it.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, yeah, but
And
we
don't
do
forget
inspire
a
each other,
caboose.
though. A caboose, right? Right. Heck yeah. Next we have his name is on here and I don't see him in here.
Paul Concaso.
Yeah, and I wanted to just say his name just in case I was overlooking him. Paul, but I don't see him, so he's not here. Okay, so one time for Paul Concaso, we love you. Next we have to the stage Patty. Patty.
Patty Orozco, she's amazing. She's amazing, amazing, amazing.
Please take the mic when you're ready, love.
Okay, hi. 2 poems, 1 new shit first.
New shit.
Would you use my words against me like the fog left behind from a lover who didn't stay till morning? Would the impact of each syllable pronounced unwind the rhythm of your heart as you define as too heavy? Would arms and legs interlaced at midnight last your craving until noon? Or would you bid me goodbye too soon as the pigmentation of the leaves demand your attention? Would saying you love me hurt the skin on your lips, bleed them dry and cause a pain in your throat to silence? Tell me everything without one single word. Simply breathe and I'll hear it. For I know you further than the length of your clothes, and if it must be me, then let me tell you more than how. How you create pavements in shallow ponds of grief, how you bring forth light where stairs lead to basements. I'll say the words first on how much I truly do, but I won't be the warrior who yields this as their sword. Use me as your shield as the cement beneath your toes comes into its state of strength. Would you stay till morning knowing I'll ask you to join me at noon? Okay, and then second piece, it's a repeat of Friday's piece, but I'm not ready to vault it yet, so I'm gonna repeat it. I can't feel without the chamber presence of whichever direction the corners of my lips wish to go. But it is you, Fury, who cements the connecting tissues of my bones to complete stillness, who chaps the skin of my lips so the words that I envy to pronounce are uttered in pain. The clench in my fist has indented my own prints within the layers of my skin. And with each tremble as the veins pulsate red, the insides of my flesh cave into the cavities of fueled rage. Don't feel. Words repeated over and over again. Words that stop tears from escaping the prison and the hollowness of untold eyes. So when you ask of me to speak, I make sure to leave out any words that hint of a rushing feeling, that hint of a beating heart, that hint of actual emotion. Don't wonder my corpse of a body much longer. Don't ask of me delightful skipping as if everything I've said hasn't told you exactly why. Why you want me written, why I desired myself blurred. See me through the eyes of a drunken sailor, so when you wake in the morning, you'll never see me as true. See me as an artificial flower, so when you beg of me life, you'll always have known plastic melts at the touch of heat. See me as you wish, and I won't feel anything less. Okay, done.
Damn.
Nice.
Damn, that was awesome.
Nice.
Please show some love, guys. Yes.
Patty!
Yeah.
Bravo.
Bravo, baby. Yeah, man. You always have some bars that are just like, ooh, like how did she come up with that? Where did she find that at? So I love it so much. I love just taking you in. And okay, and thank you for coming and hanging out. It was nice wrapping my arms around you this weekend, seeing you on stage in your glory. Thank you for blessing us. And okay, did you want to plug anything? You may have something going on. Just catch me in these poet streets. That's it. I'll see you around. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you, baby. Heck yeah. All right. Next to the stage, we have Miss Marissa Prada. Is she still here? She did tell me she was okay. All right. She's not here. All right. Next, we have Doc Jennings. Coming to the stage. I haven't checked the room. Okay, great.
I'm here. I am here.
Okay, great. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you. The poem I am going to read tonight, I am covering. It is titled Dead Man's Hate, and it was written by Robert Irvin Howard, the creator of Conan, and it was first published in Weird Tales in January of 1930. They hanged John Farrell in the dawn amid the marketplace. At dusk came Adam Brand to him and spat upon his face. "Ho, neighbors all," spake Adam Brand, "see John Farrell's fate. 'Tis proven here a hempen noose is stronger than man's hate. For heard ye not John Farrell's vow to be avenged upon me, come life or death? See how he hangs high on the gallows tree. Yet never a word the people spoke, in fear and wild surprise. For the grisly corpse raised up its head and stared with sightless eyes, and with strange motions, slow and stiff, pointed at Adam Brand and clambered down the gibbet tree, the noose within its hand. With gaping mouth stood Adam Brand like a statue carved of stone, till the dead man laid a clammy hand hard upon his shoulder bone. Then Adam shrieked like a soul in hell. The red blood left his face, and he reeled away in a drunken run through the screaming marketplace. And close behind, the dead man came with a face like a mummy's mask, and the dead joints cracked, and the stiff legs creaked with their unwonted task. Men fled before the flying twain, or shrank with bated breath, and they saw on the face of Adam Brand the seal set there by death. He reeled on buckling legs that failed, yet on and on he fled. So through the shuddering marketplace, the dying fled the dead. At the riverside fell Adam Brand with a scream that rent the skies. Across him fell John Farrell's corpse, nor ever the twain did rise. For there was no wound on Adam Brand, but his brow was cold and damp. For the fear of death had blown out his life, as a witch blows out a lamp. His lips were writhed in a horrid grin, like a fiend's on Satan's coals. And the men that looked on his face that day, his stare still haunts their souls. Such was the fate of Adam Brand, a strange, unearthly fate. For stronger than death or hempen noose are the fires of a dead man's hate. Thank you.
Wow.
That was awesome, Doc. I love that reading.
Thank you.
That was great.
I thought it was appropriate for nearing Halloween.
Heck yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Spooky poems all through the night. I appreciate y'all. Heck yeah. Anyway, they're beautiful. I mean, spooky, great, you know. Okay. Next we have Diamond. I'm sorry, Doc, did you want to plug yourself? I know you say you have a feature coming up. Do you want to tell us about it? You put it in the chat for us. Yeah. Okay. We'll move on. Next we have Diamond to the stage. Diamond, are you still with us? Okay, all right. And we will skip on down to Mr. Thomas Connor. Let's see, you are here in the building. Mr. Connor, how are you, darling?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Doing well. So good to have you with us. So good to have you at the mic with us. Heck yeah, go take the mic with you when you're ready.
Thank you. I'm ready. I'm definitely ready. Some of y'all may have heard this poem already, but I'll spit it because it'll be my first time spitting it here. I was 10 when I fell in love with this girl from Brooklyn, Puerto Rican and Trini. Beautiful young goddess, Catalina, her name. She was all Flatbush, Vanderveer Project, salsa and reggae. Mighty Sparrow and Marley, Lavo y Ventura. She was Juve and Junkanoo wrapped up in the beauty of Fifth Ave. Afro Boricua, light-skinned like me. We held hands on a sunny Sunday afternoon in Vanderveer Park. Our hearts yearned for secret rendezvous. We dashed to the corner just to kiss. High cheekbones and amber, brown, beautiful, slightly stubborn hair. That's the other thing we shared. Perfectly matching her skin, she brandished with the hue of a goddess. She was birthed holy. I still remember her smile. Teeth, fifth grade crooked. Clothes, 81 fashion. She was a fly girl in living color. I walked her to the corner, sometimes held hands, pinky promises to never stray apart. This was our everyday for 5 years. We parted on the 6th. Reluctantly bidded adieu, we had no choice in this. Her junior high, Huddy, my Marine Park. I felt emotions I never knew. We were young to this world, didn't know a damn thing, but we did know we loved each other. And just the thought of her painted a better see you tomorrow type of excitement. Slowly, she smiled, kissed me, then walked away. Vanderveer House is her home. Mine, East 29th Street. She made me smile even in her absence. I lost my boyhood and innocence with the crest of her smile. Then June came, last day of school. We walked to the corner one last time, parting with a kiss on cheek that fused into lips. Still remember her cherry scent nape. And like I said before, I lost my boyhood and innocence in her smile. In the inhale of a breath, fragrance, new goddess born. I now wonder where she is, where she lives, who she is. Does she even remember one moment of the time we spent? Hopefully, maybe, but who knows? End poem.
Yes, I never get tired of hearing that piece, Mr. Connor.
That piece is awesome. I love that piece.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
I have a 10-year-old, you know. That's special to me. Yeah. You know, they go outside to play, come back in love, you know. Deep breath, write a poem, write a book.
They go outside to play but come back in love. Yes.
I got one more if
please.
there's time.
Go ahead, love.
My imagination dreams of a new me, a rhythmic me, crafting a melody that all bodies can embody, unveiling beats that time forgot, flows that slip through lips, bars to reach stars, organized confusion, sonic alchemy, a litany of lyrics birthed into thought my tongue dousing, cleansing corridors that time forgot, spitting chords that only beatboxers and spit could connect to, a mambolero for my títeres that crowd corners to find space, crafting words to sage air, so all can breathe freely. And as you know, that shit don't come easy. And as you can see, they're trying to stop us from doing that shit. I want to spit Crips to bury sound and boom bap, drop bars to corral ears, just to let you know I've been doing this shit for years. Doing it in the park, doing it in the dark, yet vision still lucent. We a collective of voices, free, never boxed, never sold at 3 a.m. on some station after you getting high with your friends. This shit is golden. Jill Scott in the background, DJs with the get down. I want to speak of dreams deferred, spit dirges for the dead, words that bend curves in your mind, twisted, spitting cryptic linguistics, b-boy shit with arm folded, and you know you're going to love it. So I'm going to come back and run it. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe later, Mr. C hit the fader, rest and power, Biz Marquee. End poem.
Woo! Nice. That was lit.
Yeah, that was
Rest in
Yo,
peace,
the New
Mr.
York
Biz
references,
Marquis.
King.
Nice
Yo, and you
flow.
really fucked it up when you bring that Humphrey Park reference, man. I rock with you, King. Salute.
Yes.
Peace, peace, King. Salute.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You are that I need. You say I'm just a friend.
Right.
That was one
He
of my
was
favorite
cool.
songs.
I met him a few times. He was real cool. I met him a few times. I used to work for a magazine called Stress Magazine back in the day. So I met a whole bunch of at the time they were up and coming. Jay-Z, I almost had a fight with him, but I'll tell that story another day. But anyway, thank you.
Jay-Z would have been on the receiving end of an ass kicking too, huh?
Yeah, possibly. It wouldn't have worked out well for him, I can tell you that. Anyway, peace. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. We're heading down to the end of the night. We have our last two poets, Mr. Witts and Dan the Man, closing us out. And I just want to, check in with everybody and tell y'all thank you for hanging out. And to the poets that are just here kicking it, supporting, appreciate y'all. Y'all the MVPs. All of you are, but I see you. Thank you. And next we have to the stage, Mr. Witts.
Mr. Ritz,
Let's go.
the leader
All right,
of the Naked Ministries.
Yes, go. Take the
Hey,
mic when
well,
you're
I
ready.
wouldn't say I'm the leader, but I'm definitely a member. But yo, shout out to everybody. Everybody was awesome tonight. Just listening to you all, it was definitely a ride. The music and everything, man. I felt like we was on the island listening to you play and serenade the room. So thank you for everything that flowed through tonight. I'm gonna do two pieces, all right? One piece is inspired. I'm gonna pull that out because of that Motown piece you did. But I'm gonna do this piece first. I guess this is sort of Halloweenish. It's called Man Eater. I remember growing up how black the night could be. They said it's the bad ones who be afraid of the dark. I was young and in fear of the boogeyman, monsters under the bed and in the closet. The tales of Jason, Freddy, and the Loch Ness monster vampires would have me sleeping with blankets pulled up to the neck. Kind of funny when I think how these make-believe characters created young insomniacs. Funny how much security a little boy could find in a nightlife, or how much comfort lay under the safety of a television glare. No fear truly trumps the other. When waiting out the moon seems like an eternity, I still remember the evenings awake, tuned in to the sounds that go bump in the night, praying those haunting sounds never make it to my room. To think as a kid, the silly things I was afraid of, squeaky door or floorboard to a wind-blown curtain, the evening howl said to be werewolves. Funny how no one told that same little boy to beware the horrors of the man-eating woman, and how real she is, how she devours growing meals like a buffet of ripe melons, how her appetite can find you at any time of day. No one warned of her heart necklace, of the men she destroyed, men she hand plucked and gutted like salmon, men she combated it and disarmed of a soul, or how broken you can be if you survive her clutch. No one spoke of how amazingly beautiful she can be upon approach, how conniving she can be when she decides to take a piece of you, baited into the den of an all-you-can-eater. Fighting for survival was never enough. The encounter left me lost in who I was. I was trapped in the scar of where that X marked the spot, burying the treasure in the depths of my chest, protecting it like guardian of lost worlds. Her teeth marks remain in my apple-sized heart, fearing someday she'll return to finish her meal, more than likely in the form of some other attractive female fiddling my heart, just to lick her fingers. Right, that's that first.
That was hauntingly erotic.
Exactly. And the reading and just everything. It was perfect. It was so
The
great.
delivery. Mr.
Yeah.
Witz knows how to deliver.
That's like divine spooky sex. Okay, enough of my
I
shenanigans.
love how y'all play with it. Thank you. Again, I'm pulling this piece out because of that Motown piece you just did. So this is inspired by you, Abraham. The name of this piece is called R&B Broken. She's out of my life. Opening lines of a 4-page letter. I'll share a few snippets. It hit me like a brick house. She said, everybody's talking all this stuff about me. I had to find out for myself. It read, I can't sleep at night. I toss and turn, thinking of you. I can't get you out of my mind. You're my angel. A love like yours is grand. It must have been sent from up above. When we're together, I reminisce of heaven. When we're apart, I can't help but wonder, where did you come from, baby? I want to rock with you, but I'm curious about your loving. And I know it's human nature, the way you make me feel. Because at your best, you are love. Do you remember when we began to rock steady? We forgot about tomorrow as we lay. I felt like, let's make it last, because you're the one for me. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no river wide enough. But here I lay all alone. Lately it seems you want me to be longing for some of your whippoorwill. I can't deny it. I miss you. I missed you so much I followed you today. Go on, close your mouth, 'cause you cold busted. I saw you walking in the rain, holding hands on your way to Heartbreak Hotel when I would die for you, never lie to you, put a ribbon in the sky for you, all just to wait for love. Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary. But you don't have to call, babe, because I heard it all before. So I wrote this letter for sake of argument. But I've come to realize we don't even talk anymore. It's clear we weren't meant to be lovers and friends. A chair is still a chair, but a house is not a home when you outside somewhere with your side piece. All those lonely nights spent thinking maybe I'm crazy. Just a jealous girl wanting something more than a telephone man. Silly of me to think that only you can make me happy. Cold in my blanket, lacking love between the sheets while you somewhere playing comforter. You blow my mind, baby. Ba-doo-doo, da-doo, booed up like it's nothing. Like our being together ain't the content of love ballad. This the part you take my heart to wipe your feet on. And I don't want to leave. When I was made for loving you, baby. Always and forever. You don't have to cry when you read this. I've cried me a river. Now I just can't believe you dropped the bomb. I'm all cried out. Can't get off my high horse. And I can't do this no more. When I'm good, I'm bad. When I'm bad, I'm better. No more dancing on the ceiling while you just spend your life thong song on the beach, footprint in the sand like your papa was a rolling stone. Well, guess what? Now we're sharing the same dream. No more love on the run. That's
Yo,
Unmute your
that
mics,
was
guys.
awesome. That was awesome.
Man,
Holy shit.
Yes,
what
yes,
a
yes.
beautiful stroll down.
Great,
Great music.
great
Good
stuff. Great
music.
One
stuff.
of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you took up the tone of each line from the song, which just you gotta have some code switch versatility on that. Mr. Witts, thank you so much.
Yes. Excellent. Excellent.
And that first piece, it was spook. We talked about it already, but I just want to reiterate, it was so much truth in it too. It hit me about my boys. I have a piece about that woman that I've written up to my boys. So that touched my heart on that. So anyway, thank you so much for coming to kick it. Mr. Witts is an IG poet friend of many of us, of mine, and he's been coming to taking our invites to come Zoom with us, and I appreciate you for being so willing and blessing us tonight. Thank you for your presence.
definitely. It's my honor to be here. Thank y'all for having me. And again, everybody was amazing. Continue to do what you're all doing. It's beautiful.
It's nice to meet you, Mr. Wiz.
Heck yeah. So we have winding down to the end of our night. Y'all, we kind of on time for once, Well, we never do that. Not that we were worried about time, but anyway, to bring us home tonight.
I'm gonna need a minute. Give me 1 minute. Hold on.
You know what? I could read something. Let me find something. So thank you everybody for coming tonight. And I know I didn't say it 30 times. It's how I feel. I'm just really grateful for this space. I could read something a little dark. Yeah, we got some dark. Okay, so I'm gonna read a piece. This is it's a little lengthy too. So are you ready, Dan, now? Or you need a little more time? Because I don't mind just getting to you unless you need a little.
Okay, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, okay. Okay, go ahead, Larry.
Oh, just a second. Yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Still reading it. Oh, guess what I'm wearing? I got this from Six Flags Magic Mountain. Yeah, what do you think? You scared, bro? Huh. Bro, it kind of reminds me of these two Jersey Shore wannabe duo wrestling from Impact Wrestling. like Big Rob, Little Rob. Well, like Robbie E, Robbie Strauss, and then Rob Terry, like that. They say call us bro, like beefcake, kind of like that. Yeah, they say you're in the list, bro. Yeah. All right. Well, I always know Halloween's coming. Yep. And yep, I'm back to the candy grams. Well, Con, I know you received one. So did Kit. So did Richie. So did Lee. I missed you. I thought you were. I thought you were here, but I mistaken. Mistaken Denise for Lee. I apologize for that. Yeah. And and only a couple of few. So you guys are welcome. Uh, okay. Okay, give me a second. Speaking of candy grams, hold on. Well, there's a part with Am. There's a part with Am, you know, my candy gram. Yeah, it's just like filling up the candies like a grand slam. You know. Yeah, it's kind of like the candies out of the lamb, but instead of candies, they're like green eggs and Sam I am. That's according to Dr. Seuss. Wait, wait, what about the lamb? What about the strawberry jam? It's something like or something like a shame. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, hold on. Well, if I can, I know that my candy grams are a bit limited by, by, by a diagram, if you know, by a diaphragm. Well, it's yeah. It's just like if I can, I'm trying to get as much as I can. And you know, this my cangrams going straight as planned, but sometimes I have a list, fewer lists, but they're limited. I I was able to 2 years. It's been 2 years since last year. I didn't do that because of COVID-19. God damn the COVID-19 to hell for thwarting us. So, and here we are today. Well, what can we say? I know Halloween's like away of 4 days. Yeah. So now it looks like the children can play and they can be safe for 1 day, maybe 2 days, you know, maybe forever. Well, I know Halloween's approaching. Yeah. So and speaking of Halloween, I'm not talking about Michael Myers. Me. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be the last. So if you guys have missed out on the KLQ, I urge you to go there. This is very nice. You guys will like it. Yep. So you scared, bro? Click. All right. So okay, what do y'all think? Con?
My bad. Did good, love.
Odd silence. Odd silence.
Nice. Liked it, man.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you, love.
guys. Give me a minute.
Dan, you ain't see me picking at you earlier when you was eating, man. You was putting that bowl back. I don't know what you had in it, but it ain't stand a chance.
Oh. I understand. I'm still practicing poetry, but that's what I do. Okay.
I'm just teasing at you a little bit, brother.
I got you. All right, give me 1 sec. 1 sec. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, guys, here it is. Beat it and weep it. Find Animans Weekly on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Just yesterday, I just uploaded. Just late yesterday, I uploaded my recent regular blog. Be aware of my special edition blogs covering throughout October, and which I'm about 6, maybe 5 blogs away to my 700th episode of Dan Vance Weekly. I'm sorry, 800th episode of Dan Vance Weekly. Yeah, so all right, Woody. All right.
Awesome.
Guys, y'all have a safe and happy Halloween. I'll see you next Monday for El Dia de los Muertos. All right. Okay, back to you, Khan.
Does that mean take your toes out? What does that mean?
I'm sorry?
Is that the thing with they counting the toes or something?
Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos. It's a Mexican holiday. We honor and celebrate the dead. Mostly we celebrate the loved ones, and also for those, we want to pray for the families who lost their loved ones to COVID. Yeah, I did a poetry on that one last year, and I believe you already heard that one. So I'll show you that on next Monday.
Good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right, guys. Happy Halloween, everybody. See you next Monday for El Dia de los Muertos. All right, back to you, Khan.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. We are at the end of our night. It has been a great show. Thank you for kicking it, for hanging in there with us. Coming and bringing your spook pieces.
Give it up for Poet Khan for being our awesome host for the night. Everybody unmute.
Awesome job, Khan. Awesome job, Khan.
Yes, always.
In the building.
I appreciate that.
Am I still on Spotlight? Khan, you're supposed to go back to your Spotlight.
Okay.
That's my bad.
Yes,
That's my bad. I took
we
it
get
off.
to have our Khan and her gorgeous face and her lovely voice and her warm welcome every time, bringing it as the host. Yes.
She was an awesome host live on Friday.
Thank you, man.
Oh, that was a great show.
Thank you.
So much fun.
Thank you, man. It was great. It was great. It was so great being amongst y'all. I know as time goes on, we'll just make more and more means of being able to do that with more of us. You know, we're all gonna get to see each other. We're just gonna dream of that anyhow. But I want to close out with a piece, and then it's anyway, yeah. This is a piece inspired by Donna and Donna Snyder, and I know I'm just repping for her today, but it's good to give people their roses while they're alive, you know. So roses to all of you. You know, you are all amazing. I appreciate all of you for being here with us, for your amazing poems. I'll never stop saying it because it's how I feel. And the airplane interlude. Blue falls in shards upon the most beautiful dark. It leaves me breathless. Take this lot of dead lotuses from my possession. What is a corpse for ownership? They stink. I fall from the sky, drifting, floating, the birds passing me by. My beautiful blue. I missed you. Praised with the sunny days, beautiful dark is now my art. Heart in a million pieces of a million pieces, she falls in shades of blue to the beautiful dark awaiting you. Awesome. Thank you guys. That's that piece. It's been a great show. Great, awesome, awesome show. I'm gonna pass the mic. Well, thank you once again. I have a link tree in the making. The day that I drop something in the chat, y'all, we're all gonna celebrate. You hear me? Because I still have not gotten to that point of I'm working on that, you know, getting myself to clickable and reachable in that way. But I have a book for sale. My Abyss. I wrote him free. It's a poetic depiction of incarceration. It's beautiful. It's a conversation piece of some pieces of me and the one that it's written for, my friend, my good friend, my love. So yeah, so this is my book for sale. I have some anthology books for sale as well. If you'd like it in my books, contact me. And outside of that,
The book's amazing, guys. Buy it. I've read it and I've heard it many times read. It's amazing.
Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. It's amazing. It is. It really
Because
is.
Poor Con is amazing.
Oh, well, I appreciate you. Thank y'all, man. Thank you. I'm not gonna. I make the whole night without crying, okay? And I'm gonna, you know,
You
I'm
about to
gonna
go
hold
ahead
it
and
in
get it
there.
out now.
Huh? Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
She's
just
real,
slide on out.
people. She's real.
Right. And you just ran through all of the credits without letting us give you homage for that piece that you just spit. I mean, you had some fire lines in there.
Thank you. Yeah.
That piece was definitely hard.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's for the hard days, you know, our days where yeah, you know, spooky can be some mental health too. You guys did so awesome tonight on your poems, yo. Y'all came from just so many different not aspects, perspectives. Yes, it was just so I am full. Richie, thank you so much for thank you for allowing me co-hosting this evening, and I'm gonna pass the mic back to you. Con over and out.
All right, hey Con, thank you so much for taking over tonight. Yeah, that was amazing as always. Shout out to everyone. I'm gonna leave a link in the chat here. BWOMS link tree. There you can find past shows, future signups, all sorts of content. The Fresh Cuts video series, of which we recorded a few of you this weekend who were in town and had some free time to come by to the studio and record. You know, Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, all that stuff I think is there as well. I think. Can I say, yo, I needed a break today because I'm feeling like it's been busy, you know, since last week. Oh, it's been kind of nonstop, honestly. But I'm mentally preparing for 3 events in a row, so I'm just kind of like ball of anxiety. So it's great to have a team, you know, peeps who can help out, like Khan and Kit especially. Thanks to everyone who was watching on YouTube. I don't even know if you guys are still watching, but we had Ray Ramos, part of Poetry Slam, Frontera Poetry Slam, tune in for a little bit. We had some new people like B. If you're still watching, like definitely come out. I sent you a link in the chat. As well as I want to give a shout out, like very early on in the beginning, we also had, where are you? Oh no, the chat disappeared from there. She went to the reading on Friday. She was there. So I can't find her name right now, but she was there for the first time. So check it out. Thanks for being part of the show. It's always great to have support. So I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream. We'll be back next week. If you guys want to sign up and get on early, check out our YouTube channel, Barbed Wire Open Mic. And if you subscribe and click that bell for notifications, every time I set up a live stream, the sign up sheet is there too. So it's kind of like the first dibs, like the first chance to see the sign up sheet. Of course, I also put in that link tree, all our social media we post on there. Yeah, man, I'm gonna freaking pass out now. All right, I'll see I'll see you guys later for the live stream. See you next week.